Senator Jake Andrade coming to you from the Utah State Capitol. This is the 2018 General Legislative Session. This video is a response to many constituents who have expressed interest to know how a bill becomes law. It's kind of unique in each state, but this is how we do it in Utah. This process is pretty familiar between most states, but this is how we do it, and so I'm going to walk you through the process. First and foremost, it's important to know how a bill becomes law. Each bill must be read 3 times, both on the House and on the Senate. Now, the way that works, I'm going to take you through it, is the House and the Senate mirror each other in this process. This way, a bill gets read 3 times in the House, 3 times in the Senate, and if it passes both of those bodies, it gets sent to the governor for his approval. Now, we have this rule up here in the legislature called the rule of 38, 15, and 1. What that basically means is that any good or bad idea can become law if you get 38 votes in the House, 15 votes in the Senate, and 1 vote from the governor. And I've seen both good and bad pass. So it does require a majority. There's 75 members in the House, there are 29 members in the Senate, so obviously the majority is 38 and 15. Now, incidentally, we could do an override veto vote over the governor so that we don't need the 1, in which case we need 50 from the House and 20 from the Senate. But that doesn't happen very often. So, the 3 readings requirement. What this is on both the House and the Senate. This first reading requirement is when it's read in on the floor. This is when the reading clerk notifies the public by saying, hey, Senator Andrade has this bill, Senate Bill 146, which is technology conference incentives. Okay? That's its first reading. It's kind of the public notice that, hey, Senator Andrade or Representative so-and-so has this bill. Now, where we diverge a little bit in process is the second reading. In the House, your committee hearing is your second reading. So the way this works is after it's read in on the floor, it gets sent to the Rules Committee. The Rules Committee then assigns it to a standing committee. That standing committee will put it on the agenda and hold a public hearing. The House counts that public hearing in the committee as its second reading. Not in the Senate. We're a little bit stodgier in the Senate. So what we'd like to do is it has to pass our committee hearing, but then it goes back to a floor debate for its second reading. It goes back to a floor debate for its second reading. Now, the third reading, both in the House and the Senate, occurs with its final debate and final passage. So as you can imagine, House bills are created by House members and originate in the House. Senate bills are created by Senate members and originated in the Senate. Once they pass our respective bodies, we send them to the other House and it repeats that process. In this way, we ensure that bills are as vetted as they possibly can be. The committee hearings allow for public comment, and we allow the process to be as open and as transparent as possible. Doesn't always happen, but that is the goal, is to make sure that every bill has its proper hearing. That's the process we use. This is how a bill becomes a law. I look forward to any questions or comments you may have. Please reach out to me, make comments on Facebook, social media. Give me a call, 801-901-3580. Shoot me an email, jandrade@le.utah.gov. And this is Jake Andrade from the Utah State Capitol Complex saying, catch you next time.